Good morning, everyone. Welcome back on this beautiful Wednesday, the 24th. It is Christmas Eve here in Stardew Valley. So yeah, we have kind of an interesting day to do, for sure. Let's see what the spirits say and see if we're going to head on down to the mines. Yeah, let's see if we missed one. Artichoke dip. I already know how to cook it. Awesome. And fortune teller. Spirits feel neutral today. The day is in our hands. Okay, well, that's not a bad little deal there. I'm going to put that in there. Grab all this stuff, throw it in here. And I would really like to get to the greenhouse get to the desert and get the things for the greenhouse. Dear Mate, tomorrow is a feast of the Winter Star. Did you get a gift for your secret friend, Clint? The feast starts at 9 a.m. in the town square. See you then. Mayor Lewis. Alright, I do believe, good sir, that we have decent amount of gifts for Mr. Clint. So yeah, hopefully he'll find enjoyment out of some of our goodies there. Alright, we also have a prize ticket. Let's see if the mushrooms have come in. I think I grabbed them yesterday, but I don't much remember. Alright, yes I did. Perfect. And we're not going to check the animals. I don't think that they're going to produce because, once again, I messed everything up. But, you know, that's just kind of par for the course. So, yeah, let's head on down into the city. Let's let these goodies here. That away. I'll take my gold pan with me today. I'll just take this stuff. Let's head to the secret forest first. See if we can make off with our 12 pieces of hardwood. And then from there, we'll head over to Clint's. I might... And this... Oh, we leveled up our foraging. Well, that is a Christmas miracle. But what I was going to say is... I'm really debating, and this is kind of silly, I'm really debating on upgrading my trash can to silver, or steel, whatever you'd like to call it, to increase the amount of gains we get from selling things via the trash can. But like, I don't know if I really want to do that. So the reason behind it, the reason why I'm like, I want to do it, but also I don't, is it costs money, obviously. I mean, it costs money to pay someone to do something for you. That's just kind of how the economy works, right? Well, I just don't really think that it's as useful as, say, I don't know, like getting the next house upgrade, or getting a shed, or getting the lake that I've been, or not lake, but fish pond that I've been throwing around the idea of getting for who knows how long at this point. And so, there's different sides of that coin there that I'm kind of in the middle of. And I don't really know how to react to it, so I think I'll just wait a day. I don't really want Clint to have to work on Christmas, as silly as that sounds. So I think I'll wait, but it is something that might get done before the end of winter. The only other thing that I'm really tempted to upgrade before the end of winter would either be the watering can or the hoe. So the watering can, it's not necessarily the most useful to us after we get sprinklers everywhere. However, it does still have a use, and it will come up in the future as being something that I will be okay with if we upgrade it. And that's kind of my problem with it. Mahogany seed. I might take that to the desert. I might take that to the desert and just kind of see what happens if I start growing that. I know that I'm kind of dragging my feet a little bit on heading out of here, but I just have a lot of stuff that I want to do, I guess. So, alright, let's head over here. We'll say hi to Pam. Run right on past her. I really should have offloaded my hoe and pan, but oh well. Town. Don't have anything to open there, so I'll head over here. Hey, Vincent. Hope you're not too late for school. I'd like to run in here. Looks like he's going to be the first one to class today, so good for him. Penny's the only one there. We'll put the vertebrae there, and we'll put Wumbus over here. Neat. Alright, what goodie did you get us? Oh, wow. We got a sloth skeleton. Well, I don't know what I'm going to be doing with that, but I will take it. Okay, we'll head to the bus stop, head back to the house, get our things put away, and then I will be hopping on that bus and heading to the desert. So I will see you in a minute. And welcome back, everyone. I am on my way to the desert. I offloaded a bunch of stuff. I kept the seeds. I made sure to put the ticket away. We won't really need that. I didn't really change my inventory around too much. But, yeah, so I'm going to just kind of throw these all over the place. I don't have to worry about them being dug up by any person tromping through here. Oh, you can't plant up there. Okay. But yeah, so these should actually start to grow, which will be kind of nice. It'll be nice to have a little bit more hardwood. And it's also an experiment to see if the Spring Festival will affect those. So yeah, ourselves a Chris. Oh boy, what am I going to do with a Chris? Yeah, so last time we were in here trying to get quartz. Today we're just in here to kind of just get whatever comes. Take it as whatever it may. But yeah, so I hope everyone's doing well. I hope it's been a great January for y'all. Actually start moving this stuff around. I probably should eat that spicy eel too. Sorry for that cut there. There's someone who stirred their engine. You might be able to actually hear it very faintly. But yeah, it was being exceptionally loud. You'd think that I record with my window open or something with how loud some of the cars around here can get to be. But alas, they have left, so we'll keep on dealing with the beast at hand here. Yeah, stop standing in the middle of the Gulix there and taking all this damage. Come here. But yeah, so I did talk briefly, or I put a message on the screen that talked about getting the hammer. But yeah, as you can see, we are just shy of that, so we are coming up on a point that it wouldn't be a bad idea. Consider saving up for it. We will need $100,000 for the last, or sorry, 100,000 gold for the last house upgrade. And I think we just need 25,000 for the house upgrade we're currently at. So we actually might be able to do that soon. Holy cow, I don't know why I'm struggling to speak today. But that will be an important aspect of our growth for sure. You know what? I don't really need to fight that guy. Let's head on down here. He could potentially drop an iridium bar, but I don't really see that as being super likely. I also just realized I don't have bombs. Oh, hopefully we don't come into contact with any Dodongos. I mean, the mummies, yeah, obviously we can't deal with them, but... Alright, get out of here. Pick that up. It's not really my prime directive today, picking up quartz, but I'll definitely take it if I can get it. You never know, though. We might get one of those flying serpent. Oh, well. Speak and you shall... Ask and you shall receive, I guess. I'm gonna come and hide in this corner as we fight off all these snakes. Snakes! Your inventory is slightly more organized here. Where are you at, little bugaboos? Can hear them, but I'm not seeing them. There we go. So I was looking at increasing my critical hit chance, and you'd use a ruby ring. Now, the thing with that, I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of, is it only increases it by 10%. So, I don't know what my hit rate is currently, like how likely I am to hit a crit, but a 10% boost isn't really... I don't know, it's not something I really consider like game-changing. And so I'm kind of like, I'm a little bit more wary towards it, I guess you could say. But we'll just kind of have to see how everything plays out. Holy cow. I don't know what happens at 3:30 in this game, but like right at around 3:20 to 3:40 in this game, I just like forget how to play. It's kind of like at my old job, right around 2 o'clock, I'd just be like half asleep, listening to clients complain and being like, oh my gosh, getting ready to fall asleep, just staring at a balance sheet. Oh man, I don't know what it is with like 2 o'clock. But like, it just hits you and it just hits you like a brick wall, or at least it did for me. I know when I lived in Argentina, that was a little bit different. It was, that was about the time that the siesta would end. And so, you'd be dealing with, like, there'd be a lot of groggy people, obviously. But I feel like they were a lot happier to help you. It's kind of an interesting change of pace for sure. Then you come back here to the US where you're expected to work at least 8.5 hours if you're lucky. And then go home and still just barely make ends meet, you know? It's rough out here. Of course, I think it's just rough everywhere. It's just one of the side effects of having money. People want more of it, and they don't really know why. Well, they do know why. And then they get more of it, and then they want even more. Kind of interesting. But that is not this game, so I have not found too much iridium today, which is a little bit bothersome to me, and I would hope I could get a little bit more. So, as I've kind of expressed, the iridium growth happens exponentially in this game, where the deeper you get into the skull cavern, the more likely you are to get it. And it just keeps going up until you get to a very certain floor. It's basically like a kill floor in this game. Or if you get there, which it's not really possible to do, it's like 3 billion or something like that, floor like 3 billion. The game breaks. But I imagine that once you get there, every rock would probably be iridium, but I have no idea. I don't know if anyone's ever done a task to get that deep. Or like constantly cheated in stone or something. Like I have no idea how you'd even get that deep. Oops. You probably have to set up something with the time to stop, essentially. And then just go to the bottom, but I have no clue. I don't even know if that's possible to do. Granted, the console commands in this game are kind of funny. There's certain ones that, like, if you type them in at the bottom, you'll get some pretty funny messages. And I might show those one day, we'll have to see. But yeah, some of them have to do with Mr. Key, some of them have to do with the game's creator, Concerned Ape. I think there might be some that are in reference to other games, I'm not entirely sure. Like, I'm not sure if there's an SV_cheats, but if there is, that's in reference to Sims, I want to say. So yeah, it's kind of, it's always really funny when you see game devs do things like that. I think one of the most common ways that people cheat in this game, though, is they name their animals a certain string of numbers. And if you do that, I think that there might be a few characters that actually react to you doing that. And including the game's creator, I think he might actually even say something like, how greedy of you, or something like that. I don't remember. So it's kind of funny. Oh, here in the skull cavern, we're actually on a skull floor. Kind of spooky. Alright, head on down. Oh, jeez. This is gonna be an interesting monstrosity. I hate when I miss the item switch, and it just, like, thinks I want to keep swinging my pickaxe, and I don't. Uh-oh. Alright, knock you down. It's 8 o'clock. I don't remember when Sandy's Oasis closes. So, yeah, you know what? You live by the sword, you die by the sword. Let's go. See if the greed pays off. Perfect. Actually did. Let's do a quick scope of this floor, see if there's anything valuable. I was very nervous I was going to get knocked down. I think I can take 2 hits. Ooh, maybe not. Anything valuable? Not really. Alright, now we have to figure out how to get out of here without taking a hit. Looks like we're okay, so... yeah, we'll head down one more floor. Okay, let's get out of here. So what we're going to do is we're going to run over to Sandy's Oasis. Man, we only got one Omni-Geodes. That's kind of sad. I was hoping to get at least 5. Can get another artifact grabbed. Grabbed. Hello there, Sandy. Burned? I'm not burned. Sorry, I know that was very delayed, but I was trying to figure out what I was going to say about that. Jade Hill's extended. Huh. Alright. So for me, it's a really tight race between Rhubarb and Starfruit, because they're both really good to keg. But I do believe Starfruit's actually better, so that's what we're going to do. Get... You know what, we'll just do that. We'll bet them all on the Starfruits. So I know I don't have that many spaces in my greenhouse, but I am fairly confident that we'll be able to actually make do with it. My dear grandchild, by the time you find this note, I expect you'll have been living in the valley for quite some time. Only about a year. I hope things are going well. I'm honored that you're continuing the family tradition of farming. And through that noble endeavor, bringing greater life and abundance to all of Stardew Valley. A place very dear to my heart. Keep up the good work, Grandpa. P.S. I've hidden a very special secret for you somewhere in the valley. You might think of it as a compendium of my greatest discoveries. Someday when you're ready, you'll find it. I believe I know where that is, but we can't quite do anything with it until tomorrow, so... That will be very exciting to actually get to finally start indulging in that. Well, we actually might not be able to do anything with it for a while. So when we hit level 10 foraging, which is something I've been really excited about, we unlock this bar here. So this is the mastery bar, and as you can see, we're already a decent amount of the way through the first mastery challenge. But we want to get that bar filled up before we can really start to use what I believe Grandpa's referring to in that secret note we found. So yeah, that will be something rather excited. It'll definitely be a short-term goal and a long-term goal as well. Alright, we have so many of those. I don't need those. I don't need that. Might actually save the emerald still. Put that in there for Gunther. Gotta pay the Gunther tax. And with it being Christmas Eve, there's something very interesting that we're gonna do tonight. But first, let's get these in the ground. And I will kind of go into detail of that. So, with it being Christmas Eve, I'm sure most countries have some sort of tradition with Xmas or Christmas, or... And then even in religions, obviously, there's different groups that do different celebrations. So here in the United States, a very common figure is Santa Claus. And he has other names in other countries. I'm aware of Papa Noel, Father Christmas, I don't know. I'm not even going to pretend. But basically, it's a figure that flies around or travels around and gives good kids presents, right? And I believe every culture probably has something different that you leave out for him. I'm aware that there are some cultures that they leave carrots out for the deer, the reindeer. But here in the West, or rather here in the United States, it is common to leave out a glass of milk and cookies. Why that is, I don't know. I don't know when that kind of became a thing, but in Stardew Valley, you can also leave out milk and cookies. And if you do so, you might get a surprise. So you might be wondering, well, how do you leave out milk and cookies? It's not something you can really do. If you throw it out of your pocket, it just disappears, right? Yeah, that's correct, but what you do is you come here to your little your table. You just put a milk there. We'll have to see if anything comes of it tomorrow. But yeah, so with that, let us get some fish and an egg. And you, and you, and you. Alright, get the squid going. And we'll head out, sell these goodies, and with that, we're going to cap off the day, I believe. Can't really think of anything I can do in the last hour and a half or 2 hours of the day. I guess I can do this. That will definitely be very helpful to me. Get some more of that processed. We have a decent amount of coal out here. I think I'll head inside and throw the rest of this in this chest here. Alright, so yeah, with that. Oh, I forgot to sell my cheese. Well, dang it. Let's do that. Cheese in there. How many diamonds do we have set aside? 28. I need to go through this chest and start throwing out some of those, because there is no way we're ever going to use all those gems before we get more of them. Alright, so now without further ado, we're going to head into the bed. And this one is really hard to pick. So, tracker is useful if you want to use the pan more effectively. It will show you where the spots are to, like, in the river when they show up. So that can be useful. It also shows you where forageables are all over the map, which can be very useful in a few different just things that we have coming up. Botanist, however, is probably what I'm going to go for. It's one that I usually go for, and what it does is everything you forage, being that you picked it up off the ground, gets the highest, starter level. So what that does is it turns everything that you can pick up off the ground that is considered a forageable iridium. It only applies to, once again, actual forageables. So rocks and stuff that you pick up in the mines, so quartz and stuff will not get bumped up. It can be very useful, and it's definitely the one I prefer just because I'm trying to gain friendship with people. But this one does have a lot of utility, and it's not one that you should write off as a bad trait. But yeah, so with that, we're going to take Botanist. And there goes Santa Claus. But with that, we have made 4,000 gold. Made a little bit of headway in the Skull Cavern, not quite down to floor 100 yet. And we are pretty much prepared for the Feast of the Winter Star in the following day. So with that, this has been Mate Sipper. And I hope you enjoyed. And as always, thank you so much for watching. But until next time, bye.